this is Joey from Geekadores here at the amazing Las Vegas Comic-Con 2016. Joining us today are the people from Garage FX. They are costume and prop designers. And speaking with me right now is...
Guy, Caldwell.
All right, now, Guy, obviously you guys are working on something right now. Can you tell us a little bit about the process of coming up with a prop from... really how long it takes and what goes into coming up with a really good prop?
Absolutely. What we do is we come up with an idea, and then we turn it loose to this guy right here. This guy right here, he's the architect, the mastermind behind a lot of the designs and the things we do. Like for instance, yesterday, someone came up and said, "Hey, I want something that looks like this." So he sat down and made that. And this is all. Yep, and this is all just EVA foam, the same stuff that you use and you step on in your garage. And you can see that she's using the same thing to assemble a Halo helmet, all of which we've also got a Stormtrooper helmet, which you can see here in a bit. But all of this comes out of, because we're Garage FX, we want to use stuff that's as inexpensive as possible. So everybody can do it. We like to see people come back to us year after year to learn, say, "Hey, look what I did. You showed us some awesome techniques. This is what we did with it." That's our whole goal. That's why we're here.
So I know for a lot of people, cosplay, especially really big pieces of armor or really complex props, can be really intimidating for people that haven't been into it. So I guess your goal then, would you say, is kind of making it accessible to a broader audience to know that the cost of entry is not as high as they think?
That's exactly right. We have, because of our many times of going through this and trying and failing, we've learned what is the best stuff to wear. And we've learned from other cosplayers as we've been out. But it's really hard to find everything that we do under one umbrella. So we come out and we show everybody how to do something from start to finish as inexpensive as possible. You'll see a lot of people around here that we've talked to. We get ideas from them as well as they come to us and say, "Hey, how do I do this? And what materials do we use?" That seems to be about the biggest stuff we run into, is material-wise. What glues do we use? And so we show everybody all of that information. We have it here. We have it on our website. We'd have it readily available for anyone, anywhere.
So then at its most basic, what do you think would be the essentials for a cosplayer to make a good costume or good prop?
Patience. The biggest part is, the hardest thing for me is, I think Jason's a little bit more patient with things than I am, but I want to start something and be done immediately. I've learned to be patient because you end up with the right outcome if you're patient. When you're patient, you're waiting for the glue to set, everything comes together, you're doing everything step by step. We have video tutorials online of all of the stuff that we do because we know that sometimes paper doesn't cut it. So the patience part is it. Now the cost expense parts, I think we use EVA foam with that, a little bit of clear lens that we spray for kind of the mirror effect so you can't see inside. The whole parts to that is not as expensive as people think it is. It's just a matter of where to get it, when to use what parts and materials and things like that.
All right, so then what did you say would be the most difficult thing for you guys to develop, for any cosplayers really, to develop using things like EVA foam and glue and paint?
Well, it's easy to envision something in your mind. And we all see things, we walk around in here and we see, I could do that, I want to do that. And then you go home and you don't even know where to start. So the hardest part is the starting point, pulling the trigger, making sure you do it. We get questions from all around we sell stuff in Europe, all over the place. So we get questions on how to do things, as we work as a group, everybody has a specialty that we do. So we help people get started. If you can get started, then moving that step after step after step, you create what you're after. So if you have a big armor build in mind, you have to start with the simple stuff. Maybe start with the shoulders, start with the build part, and then work yourself up to the helmets. Helmets seems to be the hardest parts of what we do, craft-wise, time-wise.
All right, conversely, what do you think would be the easiest or the simplest thing? Say someone's completely new to cosplaying, completely new to homemade prop design. What would you say, start off with something like this just to get your feet wet, so to speak?
Weapons.
Like a sword and
make something that you know exactly what it's supposed to look like. If you have something in mind, you know how to start. Everybody knows what a weapon's supposed to look like, and then you can take and actually build on from that. So once you learn how to use the foams, the glues, and how to do the sanding and the detail work on something that doesn't change, Then you can move into the costumes, the armor, everything like that, and you can design it the way you want. We do everything we want to do. Jason and I, we do the thing that we call it, we go big or go home. So when we make stuff, we want it big, obnoxious, powerful. You can see we have some, I'll show you some big weapons and things like that we do. So yeah, there's just lots of things that can be done if people will not be intimidated enough to try it.
What's the one question you think that you get the most from cosplayers, both current and aspiring?
That's a good question.
Biggest question we get, do you take commissions?
Yeah, do we take commissions? And we don't do that. Everyone's body build is different, so that is kind of something that we've at first we thought, oh, we'd love to do that. We did a few and said, nah, it's so not worth it for us.
So if I asked you to make me a full suit of power and armor, you can't do that?
Oh, we could do it, but we wouldn't do it. And one thing that we do, and again, you can contact us anytime, is we want to see people make the steps and the progress. So just because we won't help you build it, we will tell you how to do it. We'll give you a full list of everything that you need from start to finish. But we find that it's a lot more beneficial for someone to build their own, because then they just up their game the next time and they continue. So we will help you, and we'll do everything we can to make you get on that road, and then you don't need us anymore, and we're seeing awesome stuff the whole time.
So then, I mean, really, it seems like your mission is both to help people just get started on that, on the road to making props and costumes, and then if they're already there, getting to the next level.
Exactly. Yep. Always improving your game. That's what we're doing.
All right, that is just awesome, and I love the work you guys do.
Thank you.
And thank you for talking to us.
You're welcome. Thank you.